Grandpa reads a story, The Enormous Turnip. Let's turn the page. Uh-huh. I can see the soil. I can see the wheelbarrow. I can see his shoveling. One sunny morning, a man decided to plant some turnip seeds. He fetched his fork with the shed and dug a patch in his vegetable garden. It was hard work. He made sure that there were no weeds or big stones. Then, very carefully, he sprinkled the tiny turnip seeds in a row. That's normal in a row. He succeeded. Looks like he's got a cookie and a cup of coffee, I think so. And he's resting on the shovel. The man took great care of his turnip seeds. Every day, as he woke up, he went to his vegetable garden and gave them some water. And only in a few days, little green leaves started to appear. Wow, let's see that. Yeah, look at that. Little green, and there's the watering can, a bird, or a rabbit, and my thumb. Oh, no, my thumb does not part of it. Okay. There are going to be fine turnips, the man said to himself. Page turn. Here we go. That turnip grew very quickly. The turnips grew up very quickly. Turnips do. But one turnip grew faster than all the rest. Soon it was twice as big as the other turnips. The man was astonished. I can almost see it growing, he said proudly. But the turnip didn't stop. It grew bigger and bigger and bigger until it was enormous. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Oh, there's his house. His house is turning small. Oh. Okay, let's go to the next page. Oh my God, look at that. He's hugging it. And the rabbit's ready to chomp it. Oh, okay, let's see what they say. One day the man decided that it was time to pull up the enormous turnip. We can have it for dinner, he said to his wife. I'm sure it will taste as good as it looks. So the man took hold of the turnip's huge leaves, and with both hands, and he pulled, and he pulled, and he pulled with all his might. But he couldn't pull it up. The enormous turnip, he couldn't pull it up because, oh my gosh, he's got to be taller to pull it up, I think. Okay, let's turn the page and find out. I see he's greeting his wife. His wife is, she's also a coffee drinker, I see. And with astonishment at the vegetable. So, here we go. The man called to his wife. I'm going to need some help with the turnip. He laughed. So the man pulled the turnip, and the woman pulled it. The woman, being his wife, pulled the man. They pulled with all their might, but they couldn't pull up the enormous turnip. And they anchored it in the soil there. Well, what do we have here? Wow. It's big. You guys know how big a rabbit is, and then that thing is huge. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get on with the story. The woman called to a little boy. Can you come and help us with this enormous turnip? So the man pulled the turnip, and his wife, the woman, pulled the man, and the little boy pulled on the woman. They pulled with all their might, but they couldn't pull up the enormous turnip. Hey, there they are. All efforts, pull, pull, pull. It's not working. Let's turn the page and see what goes on. A little girl was walking past. Please come and help us with this enormous turnip called the little boy. So the man pulled the turnip, and the woman pulled the man, and the little boy pulled the woman, which is the wife of the farmer, and the little girl pulled the little boy. They pulled with all their might. Shoo! But they couldn't pull up the enormous turnip. Okay, you know how science people are. Imagine that growing in your backyard and there's nothing else to grow. That's a pretty big turnip, I would say. Enormous indeed. Okay, let's turn the page. Here we go. The little girl called her to her dog. A dog? Here, dog, come and help us. So the man pulled the turnip, and the woman pulled the man, and the little boy pulled the woman, and the little girl pulled the little boy, and the dog pulled the little girl. They pulled with all their might. Wow. But they couldn't pull up the enormous turnip. Okay, here we have, there they are. They're all pulling. Wow. Wow, pull, pull. Okay, let's turn the page and see what's going on. Got my curiosity now. Here we go. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, they get on the fence. They walk along the fence. Okay. The dog saw a large orange cat walking along the fence. Woof, he said, come and help us. So the man pulled the turnip, and the woman pulled the man, and the little boy pulled the woman, and the little girl pulled the little boy, and the dog pulled the little girl, and the cat pulled the dog. They pulled with all their might. Wow. But they couldn't pull up the enormous turnip. I think they're losing it. Wow. That leaf should have snapped. If it does, there's going to be trouble. Okay, let's turn the page. Oh my. Oh my, 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 oh my. Look at that, look at that. There you have it. It's just pulling. I mean, he's really up against it. He's airborne. Okay, and they're all pulling. Okay, let's go on with the story. Yeah. The cat spied a little mouse sitting under the cabbage leaf. Yeah, oh, sorry, I'm going to readjust it. She called, come and help us. So the man pulled the turnip, and the woman pulled the man, and the little boy pulled the woman, and the little girl pulled the little boy, and the dog pulled the little girl, and the cat pulled the dog, and the little mouse pulled the cat. I don't think I ever want to see that. Oh my gosh, what a... Whew! They pulled and with all their might. Let's turn the page and see who else joins the gang in pulling. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look right. Uh-oh. Somebody's getting squished. Uh-oh. 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 Looks like something happened. Ah, a whole chain of events. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's get to the reading of it. Here we go. And at that, the turnip came flying out of the ground. The cat fell. The cat fell on top of the little mouse, and let's keep going. And the dog fell on top of the cat, and the little girl fell on top of the dog, and the little boy fell on top of the little girl, and the man fell on top of the woman, and what fell on top of the man? The most enormous turnip anyone has ever seen. Wow. Turn the page. Let's go. Oh, there it is. There it is. Here we go. Ready? When everyone had finished laughing, they picked themselves up. You must stay and have dinner with us. And the man and his wife, the little boy and the little girl, and the little dog and the cat and the mouse. The turnip was delicious. And you know, it was so enormous that they had finished eating all of it. Oh, the mouse with the tummy. Oh, yep, they're still at it. Yep, yep, yep. So huge, yeah. So it was a good teamwork. Teamwork is sometimes needed. Okay, so that's the end of the story. Okay, I hope to sometime read another one for you. Okay, enjoy, be safe, be good to your parents.